Good morning, Year 2. So we're on maths for Tuesday, 26th of January. Today we are looking at counting in twos. So some important things to remember about counting in twos. We know that the numbers obviously increase or decrease by 2 each time. So that means go up or down. The numbers are even. So when you're counting up in twos, from 0, the numbers are even. An even number means you can divide it equally by 2. And the numbers end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. So there is a pattern. If we just look at this number grid that I have copied across here, I have highlighted the 2's and we call them the multiples of 2 in pink. And we can clearly see, everybody, that there is a pattern here. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then it goes on to 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So look at those numbers, look for the patterns. So we either end in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Okay, doke. Let's have a look at some questions together. Right. So quite a common question that you could be asked involving sequencing. So I've missed out some numbers on these. Let's have a look together. So sequence number 1, we've got 2, 6, 8, 12. So that first one, pretty easy. So it's 2. I'm just going to change my colour. I like a bit of colour. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then obviously 12. So that's literally just starting at your 2, going up in 2's. However, they won't all be that simple because this one is starting at 10, and we've got 10, 12, then we're going to have 14 because you are going up in 2's, not 1's. 14, 16, and 2 more, 16, 17, 18. It's going to be 18. And obviously you can check these because you can check them against the rule. Do they have 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 at the end? If they don't, you've made a mistake. So it's 22, then we've got 24. What's going to be next if we are counting up in 2's? 24, 2 more, 26, 28, and obviously 30. Okay, final one. A little bit of a tricky one that I've put in here because I've missed the first number off. So a couple of ways that you could do this. You could literally just count down 2 from 50 because you're going to need to know the number before in your 2 sequence. So you could do 50, 49, 48. Alternatively, you could maybe get your number grid here, the splat square like we do in class, and you could use it to count in 2's down. So that one's going to be 48, everybody. There we go. And then the rest, well, sorry, there's only one more that says normal. So 48, 50, 52, 54. Okay, so if you find sequences like that in your questions, that's what you're going to have to do to find the missing numbers. Right, these ones, instead of increasing, which means getting bigger, these sequences are decreasing, so they are going down. So on this one, we've got 12, 10, then thinking about using your number grid. So we've got 10, 2 less than 10 is going to be 8. And then obviously 2 less than 8 is going to be 6. And then 2 less than 4 going to be 2. Then if you like, you could count it the opposite way just to check. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you know that that one is correct. Then we've got a bigger sequence with bigger numbers. So you've got 42. Think about what's 2 less than 42. Quite easy that one because you can just take the ones away. And then 2 less than 40, so 39, 38. Marvellous. Okay, so those ones were decreasing. Then you might get a little bit of problem solving. So we've got these little gloves here that I've copied across. I've also highlighted some key vocabulary on these. So I've highlighted total and effective. So your total is the amount altogether. And obviously the final question is, what would be the most effective way of counting the gloves? So the most effective way is the quickest, the easiest, the one that's going to get you the answer. So what's the total number of gloves? So literally just counting in 2's, because we know that there's 2 in each set. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there are 20 gloves in total. Just put in bold and underline it. Another way that you could do this perhaps is count them individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then do 2 lots of 10. Finding the most effective way of counting them. What I wouldn't do is count them individually, because that's going to be slow, and you're more than capable of counting in your 2's, everybody. Okay, next one, we've got socks. Pairs of socks. And I've put gloves on this one. Silly Miss Boyle. I do apologise. Socks. Okay, so it says, how many socks are there in total? There are socks altogether. So counting in your 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So 24 socks altogether. There we go. Right. Now this one. So this one takes a little bit of reading to understand what the question is actually asking. So it says, Jake has 3 hutches. There are 2 rabbits in each hutch. How many are there in total? So how many rabbits are there going to be in total if there are 2 in each hutch? Difficult to say. So I've copied some hutches on the bottom. I've also got my rabbit. So just want to help you visualize this. So if there's 2 little rabbits in each hutch, how many will there be in total? So all you've got to do now is count them. So 2, 4, 6. So there are going to be 6 in total. All I will say for questions like that is make sure you read them a couple of times over if you're doing them independently, and just figure out what is being asked. So what the question is asking you to do. Here we go. Okay, some fish now. So there are 6 fish bowls, and there are 2 fish in each. How many fish are there in total? So again, it's asking for the total amount. I've copied 6 fish bowls here, and we can do this by putting 2 little fish swimming around in each. I mean, if you were doing this, there's no reason why you couldn't draw out little circles and put dots in. You don't really need to draw the fish out or the balls. You can do if you want. I just wanted to give you a visual. So how many fish are there in total? So there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you are a superstar times tabler, you could have done really simply sort of 6 lots of 2 or 2 lots of 6 to get the answer really speedily. So it's 12. Then finally, always like these sort of problems where you've got to get your brains thinking. If I count up in 2's from 0, I will eventually say the numbers 58, 60, 62, 64, 66. So if we remember back to the key rules at the start, and I said that the numbers when you are counting in 2's always end in either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, yes, this answer is going to be yes. So that's why it's really important to remember these key rules to help you along whilst you're doing your maths. So yes, and you could even go on to say why, because the numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Okay, doc. Questions will be on you learning from home, your remote working sheet today. There is also a counting 2's lesson on my maths if you want to have a go at that as well, just to set you off. And thank you, everybody. Try your best. Thank you.